I'ma do it like I ain't been done. I'ma do it like I ain't been done.
Alright, hey y'all, welcome back to my channel again and again and again and again and again and again. I feel like I haven't said that in forever, but like I promised you guys, it's not a hair video, but it is going to be a video about my roommate experiences. Now, just a little bit of a background. Wait, this might be a little long, so if you want some popcorn, a snack, you want to run to McDonald's real quick, you want to get some food, a whole meal, some friends, some family members to sit down for this story time, then go ahead, by all means. I'm just warning you now, but let's get right into the video. So some background on me: I am a senior in college currently, and I'm in an apartment, so that's where I'm at right now. And so all of this is gonna lead up to where I'm at right now. Okay, it was a struggle to get here. I've had my encounters, and if you can relate to this, I'm sorry, but I'm with you, and everybody goes through it. So let's just get right into the story. Okay, so my freshman year of college, I lived in a dorm, and you guys can see my dorm tour. I'll link it down below. And I was supposed to have a roommate and had 2 suite mates. Okay, so my first semester, my roommate moved in, but he only moved in a blanket. Like, he didn't move anything else in. He moved in a blanket. I saw him one time, and that was it. Now, of course, I would see him around like campus and stuff, but eventually I found out that he had a girlfriend, and he would stay with his girlfriend majority of the time. I never, like, when I tell you I never saw him, I was so confused. So basically the room was to myself, so I was very blessed about that. I was kind of sad because I wanted their whole first roommate dorm experience, but I wasn't able to get it. But like, shoot, it's better that than, you know, a crazy psychotic roommate. There were a few times where he would like randomly come in like once a semester and be like, where's my Irish Spring soap? And I would be like, bruh, Irish Spring, like, what do you even mean? Like, why would I use your Irish Spring soap? Especially when I had 99 products like all over the place. So I was really confused. Like, he didn't make any sense. But other than that, I see him around campus sometimes, but like, we literally did not get to know each other at all. Now, that was basically my whole experience. I had a suite mate that shared our bathroom that would like scream randomly all through the night, or like through the day randomly at any time, and it used to like literally drive me nuts because I didn't know if it was an emergency or not. But that was like basically it. My freshman year wasn't that bad. My roommates weren't that bad. They were kind of non-existent. And yeah, so here I am, about to be a sophomore. It's the summer of freshman year, and I move into my first apartment. Now, normally you would move in like maybe August, starting August, because you would go home and then come back. But I had a best friend at the time who already had an apartment whose roommate was moving out of, so I just subleased her room and stayed there for the summer on to the next year. So I already signed from that summer to a whole year. And if you guys want a background on like, you know, college apartments and what to do, what to look for and all that, I can totally help you guys out and make a video on that if you want like a college series, you know, freshman year advice, stuff like that. I got you. So yeah, so this apartment like was like a pop-in apartment. Okay, like for my first apartment ever, I was so excited because if you see my other apartment room tour that I just moved out of, it's gonna be linked down below too. It was huge. Okay, so it was a 3-story apartment. I'm gonna try to visualize. It was a 3-story apartment. You only entered through the 2nd floor. So at the 2nd floor, you had your living room and your dining room area. It was 4 bedrooms. So from your 2nd floor, you walk up and you go into your front door and second floor. Sorry. And then from there, you have the option to go upstairs or you can go downstairs. So we have the kitchen and the living room here, and then upstairs is my room and my best friend's room, like 2 rooms, and then you can go downstairs to like the basement, even though it's only the 1st floor, and there's 2 more rooms in the washer and dryer. So it was a 4-bedroom. Now, you know, an apartment, in college apartments, you don't pay by how big your apartment is, you pay per room and all that stuff. So I was paying a good decent amount for subleasing and all that stuff, and it was just me and my best friend for, his name is Michael. If y'all even follow me on Instagram, y'all know about Michael. Michael was where it's at. Okay, so yeah, it was good for that summer. We were good though. The 2 bedrooms on the first floor were like no one lived in them, so it was basically our whole apartment. Michael had the living room decorated and all that stuff. I just moved into my room. Me and Michael are on the same page when it comes to decor and like aesthetics, so it was like really nice to move in. It was my first apartment ever. I was excited, okay? I was really excited. So then, being that those rooms were already not taken, that means anybody could move into them, because that's just how college apartments are. They're by room and not necessarily by, you know, renting the whole apartment. So that's where it all starts. I'm telling you, a hot mess. Okay, so me and Michael, we get the whole notification that around school starting, we're gonna have 2 new roommates. First roommate, I don't even want to call, I'm not gonna use her names, but first roommate, we gonna call him Star. Second roommate, we gonna call him Dust, Stardust. I don't know, Stardust, I don't know, okay? But okay, so yeah, so they lived on the first floor, which means you had to go into the second floor, because that's where our front door is, and you had to go downstairs to your room. And if me and Michael wanted to go into our room, it was the front door on the second floor and up to the third floor. So they move in and all that jazz. It's nice. They're cool people. We're like, what's up, you know? And most of the time you spend your time in your room, and that's about it. But let me tell you where it got out of hand. Okay, so over a little time, they're getting a little comfortable. And they're using like our utensils. Like, we're confused. We're like, where did our bowls go? Where are our plates going? Like, we're not using them, so where are they at? They're like non-existent. They vanished. They got up and walked out the house. I don't get it. So one day, this is always gonna happen. One day I go down and do my little laundry. Me and Michael were doing laundry, and we always text each other like when something happens. And the door a little cracked open to one of their bedrooms, and you just like right through the crack, you could just see one of my bowls, and you could see one of Michael's little forks, and you could see one of Michael's little cups. And I'm just like, me and Michael are just like, are you kidding me? Like, I understand using them. One, ask. Two, if you're gonna use something and not ask, at least clean it up, put it back where you got it, so it makes it look like you didn't ask. And that was with everything. Like my Keurig, our toaster, the freaking microwave, they didn't clean up. The what do you call it, the stove, they wouldn't clean up. It was disgusting. And you know, you see a lot about people when you start living with them and how they're not clean. I don't know if they were raised where or how they were raised, but they would not clean, and it was driving me nuts. So they're already using my stuff one. So me and Michael ended up moving our stuff all the way upstairs into our little closet. It had our own little like upstairs pantry, drink, mini fridge, all that stuff, because we couldn't trust them for using, because they use our stuff. Like, it's crazy. And you know, after a while of asking them to not and stuff like that, you think they would respect it, but they don't. So here's where it gets a little crazy. Okay, so you know, I would never see them. Actually, let me go with something else, okay? So there was one time where me and Michael had we had gnat infestation in our apartment, and we're like I kid you not, I was killing like 40 gnats a day, and I was just like, we are not dirty people. Where are these gnats coming from? And you guessed it, they came from downstairs, because one time Michael was downstairs doing laundry as usual, and homeboy, I'm gonna call him, look, yeah, Star, homeboy Star, he left his door open, and Michael could see in it, and it was disgusting. When I tell you it was disgusting, Michael took a Snapchat and sent it to me, and I almost wanted to throw up. I mean, you couldn't even see the floor, and our rooms were huge. You couldn't even see the floor. I mean, fast food bags, cups, trash bags, everything all over the floor, covering the floor like no one even lived there. And if they did live there, I don't know how they even survived, because it was a freaking health hazard. It was so nasty. Like, I really don't understand. You couldn't even see the floor, I kid you not, let alone open the door. Like, barely open the door. It was so gross. The bed was like, it was just a mess. Like, it really made me question, like, or see people differently. Like, you never know where people are raised or where they come from or how they respect their stuff. I get it's a college apartment, but you never treat property like that regardless, because it's just disrespectful. I don't know. Okay, so that was that. So eventually, you know, like, we took it to the front office and had that taken care of. And the next day, I see homeboy Star carrying 99 trash bags, big black trash bags, carrying them out the apartment. 8 at a time, 9 at a time, going back and forth for trips. And I'm just like, Star's getting it. He's cleaning up. We ain't gonna have gnats no more. But you know, it was just gross because gnats turn into flies, and flies are nasty as if gnats aren't nasty enough. But that stuff just flying around you, like, paranoid all day. You scratching, you like can't even eat in your own house because the gnat might be in it. You might be eating gnats, you might be asleep swallowing gnats, sniffing up gnats, you know, gnats galore. It's like a freaking buffet of gnats, and it's ridiculous. It's freaking nasty. So that was strike number 25. I don't even know. So strike number 26,562 was one day I would never see them come in the house. I don't know how they were getting in the house. I was confused. So keep in mind they live on the first floor. So one day I was doing my little laundry downstairs because I'm always doing laundry. I guess that's when these things happen. And they open. No, I like closed the little laundry door to finish my laundry, and I hear something in his room, and I knew he wasn't home because normally his lights are on. And I heard something in his room like rustle around, and I was like, square up, I'm gonna fight because I'm not gonna play. Whoever comes through and open that door, bam, laundry basket, bam. Like, I'm like, I did not come to college to die. So no. So then, like, they open the door and I'm like shitting bricks right at this moment, and it's his girlfriend, and I'm like, where did you come from? Why did you come from? And how did you come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, what? I'm confused. Like, do you live in the closet? Like, I don't get it. And his girlfriend lived like in the same apartment complexes down the street, like right there. So she's like, oh no, dude, like, nah, we just use the window to come in the house because they live on the first floor. So they're literally too lazy to go upstairs, climb one floor level, unlock the door, and then go back downstairs. Now I get it, it's a hassle. But okay, I live on the third floor, so you want me to climb the wall and climb into my window because I'm too lazy to use the front door? Where were we raised at? So you telling me if you don't want to go to the front door, you're going to use the window every day? So what does that look like on the outside? So when you're leaving your window unlocked all day long, which anybody could get into, which then could lead them to our whole apartment, which then could lead them to my room, which then has stuff that I don't want stolen. It just didn't add up to me. And I'm like, you jumping in windows now? Like, it's that serious? So do you lock the window? Do you have a key to this window? Like, it just did not make sense to me. I was like, so y'all don't know how to use a door? And she was like, it's just more easier, you know, to come through the window. And I was just like, okay, that don't make no goddamn sense to me. But I don't know if y'all did that on a normal basis. So I just went about my business because I just didn't understand, because if they were doing it, who knows how many other people were doing it. And I was just like, you know what, I don't live their life, it's fine, let it go. So then after that, they would smoke, and I don't care, you know, if you smoke, that's your lifestyle. If you know, that's just you. My opinion shouldn't matter because I don't tell you what to do. That's you. Yeah, live your life. But if you share an apartment with somebody, you have to think about convenience in other people's property. If the common area is a common area, such as the kitchen and the living room, you shouldn't want your common area smelling like that. You know what I'm saying? Because weed, I don't care what nobody says, that stank. That stuff stank. So there were times where I swear I would wake up high because they would smoke. And so since they lived downstairs, they had their vents on their ceiling. But since I lived on the top floor, my vents were on the floor, and I could smell it as soon as they were smoking, and it was gross. Now, like I said, it's your problem, but you need to understand that sometimes I might have family coming over. Sometimes I might have friends coming over. Sometimes my family could be elderly people coming over, and I'm not going to have somebody walk into my house, and have them get instantly high off of secondhand smoke or just smelling that crap, period, because that crap can stay on your clothes. You know, I have people walk past me in class sometimes, and you just know that they smoke weed on a daily basis. Like, that's the thing, and that's my thing. You just need to be considerate. Now, go and smoke, do your little thing anywhere. They wouldn't even open a window. They wouldn't spray no air freshener, no nothing. I'm not saying that works, but they wouldn't even be nice enough to consider that. And that's what drove me wild. So after like many times telling them like, yo, like, quit smoking, like, smoke somewhere else, like, but just not here, they would just be like, oh, okay, man. So I mean, eventually they stopped, and they would do it like once every 5 months, and that was fine. But this is where it gets a little trucking crazy, okay? So out of nowhere, Star, because Dust is the one that had the girlfriend that was like jumping in his window and they were using the window. Star was the one that had the nasty ass room, okay? So out of nowhere, Star goes MIA more than usual. Like, I used to never see him come in the house, but like I would hear him, or I would like see him, like pass him a couple times, or see him on the bus to campus. But Star went MIA, like Star was gone, like someone kidnapped him and his trash and just left. And I was like, where is he? Like, what happened? So then there was like an eviction notice on the door, like just taped on the door, and it said that he was like evicted for not paying rent or something like that. Anyways, he was gone. So we were like, oh, okay, that's weird. So then out of nowhere, like one week, like a family was just in our living room, like just in there visiting, you know, visiting Dust and his girlfriend. And you know, after a couple days, it was cool, like families visiting, that's awesome. But we were getting real confused, because they would be there all day and they would be loud, they wouldn't care. I mean family, like mom, grandma, grandkids, kids, pets, the whole shebang, like the whole house, family tree came over, okay? Like it was a full house, the house was bumping, okay? So me and Michael were just so confused, me and Michael were just so confused, like where are they staying? Because they never leave. And at the time I worked and I had school, so I would always be irritated because they wouldn't understand that other people lived in the house and you gotta be quiet. No matter what story you're on, you gotta be quiet. So one day, doing laundry again, would you look at that? One day we went downstairs, I was doing laundry, and Star's door was open. And when people get evicted or leave, normally their door is like locked, like so no one can use it. But would you look at that? So Dust had his girlfriend's family live in that vacant room for weeks on end, not paying rent, not nothing. I mean, they were all living in that room. And it was just like mind-boggling to me. And we reported it because like that's our electricity bill, that's everything, you know what I'm saying? Like they're using that and not even paying their half. So we reported that, and it was like just too late, because by the time we reported it, because it happened in the span of a year, it was like almost time for move out, like a week before move out. So like, I mean, they like went and, you know, like check the rooms and stuff, but like by the time they did it, because it was a big complex, by the time maintenance got there to check it, it was like all traces had been removed. But they were there for like months, like weeks, and we were just like confused, like what's happening, like where y'all coming from? So it was just noisy, stinky, dirty, the whole shebang. And if you had me on Snapchat at the time, I was like, I can't believe what these people just did, you know, like, because it was just inconsiderate. And you'd like just see a lot of different people that are raised a different way than you. Like luckily me and Michael had like the same, not background, but the same idea of how you should live, and you know, courtesy and all that stuff. So we were really close, so like that was good too. But Michael graduated after this point. So that was my sophomore year. Junior year rolls around, Michael already graduated, so he's doing big boy things and moving to big boy places and doing big boy jobs, you know, paying big boy bills. But yeah, so he moved out. So at the time I was supposed to have a new roommate and a new apartment, but like they flaked on me last minute, so I had to stay in that apartment and risk getting 3 new random roommates, okay? So that's what I did. I stayed in that apartment and I got 3 random roommates. So the one that took over Michael's room, which is on the same floor as me, he was real cool. He was real cool, real respectful, real communicative, real clean, everything, real nice. The 2 that moved into Star and Dust's room downstairs, Stardust's room, moved downstairs. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Okay, so they move in. It's all good. It's literally all good, right? One day, one of them decided to get a dog, okay? Like a pit bull. One of them decided to get a dog. Why that next morning, I guess they did not remember they had a dog, or they let the mug loose. I don't know. But he was roaming the house. I open my door to go to class. A river of just diarrhea of dog shit all over my walls, in the hallway, all over the carpet. Ain't nowhere else. He just decided to go up to the 3rd floor and just boom, explode everywhere. I don't know. But I was like tiptoeing around, trying to hold my breath, trying not to die. And I like was texting him. I was like, I don't know if you knew this, but your dog kind of exploded. Is he okay? Is he alive? Because it was like bigger than the dog itself. Because the dog was like a puppy at the time. Well, like not a puppy, but like kind of like a little older. And all he said was, oh, I'll clean it up and all that stuff. And of course it leaves stains, and then you got to worry about like your apartment, like complaining that there's stains there. And that was just a mess. I don't know why people get dogs when they're in college unless they literally like, you know, have them properly trained and stuff, because that's just a lot of work. That's like having a kid. So that's where I was so confused. And he would be barking. His blinds were torn up downstairs. Everything was torn up because his dog was just like hyper. You know, it's a puppy and it was cute, but it was just like crazy. So then one day he's like, the one that has the dog, I'm just gonna call him Pitbull, and the other one I'm gonna call him Zodiac, because his name reminded me of a zodiac sign that I could never pronounce. So one day, so zodiac sign, he's like real quiet. I never even see him anywhere. They're both still nasty. Like, I don't know if it's just those 2 rooms, but whatever person moves into that room, disgusting. They leave the common area, disgusting. Anyways, so the roommate that lived on my floor, on my level, he had like, you know, moved in stuff into the living room. At this point, all my stuff is gone. All my stuff is up in my room or in the closet, because I'm not having anybody messing with my mess. So at this point, homeboy downstairs, what was his name? Pitbull? Yeah, Pitbull with the puppy decides, I want to have a get together. He texts everybody and he's like, I'm gonna have a couple of friends over. Keep in mind, a couple of friends. What's a couple of friends mean, y'all? A couple of friends, like a few, a handful, if not 2 handfuls, 10 people over, right? So he's like, I'm gonna have people over. Never tells anybody when, just says I'm gonna have them over just to let you guys know. And so we're like, okay, that's cool. Thanks for letting us know. That's really nice, real nice. And so like, it just happened to be the weekend my mom wanted to come visit. So my mom and my sister came and visited me, and they always stayed in my room because my room was massive. And so they stayed with me. That same day, we're just chilling in my room, and Pitbull comes up to my door. Well, he texted me at first, and he's like, hey, I just want to let you know I saw your mom and stuff. Is it still cool if I have friends over? And I'm like, of course. Like, I wouldn't let anybody like change their plans because my mom came, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, yeah, of course. Like, it's no problem. And my mom's cool. My mom's coolin', so yeah. And so he comes up to my door like later on that day, and he's like, and I opened it. He's like, hey, I just want to let you guys know that I'm still having friends over. You know, do you guys want anything? Do you want any drinks or anything like that? Like, I'm willing to give you some. And we were like, oh, that's really nice, but no, you're good. Like, don't worry about it. He's like, I feel really bad. And I was like, no, don't worry about it. Like, you're good. Couple of friends, my booty. By the time it was 11 o'clock, why was my apartment shaking? I was literally like this, like, with the base so high. Why was there a line outside my whole apartment leading around the block? Why was there the door open for everybody to come in, everybody and their mama to come in? Because once a party is told that there's a party, you know, like once a party is bumping and people tell people that the party's bumping, people come. And I don't know why 99 people think that they can fit in this small ass living room apartment thing, but they tried to, and it was crazy. I mean, he must have had a DJ. It was so lit that I wanted to go down there by myself. Like, I was like, bye mom, bye sister Trin, her name's Trin. I was like, bye Trin, I'm gonna go get turned or whatever, but I wasn't gonna leave them. But then it was getting out of control. I mean, you heard throwing up, you heard breaking shit. You heard breaking stuff all over the place. Like, people were on the balcony smoking. I mean, like, lines out the woo-haw, like, really, for real. People peeing outside in the grass because they couldn't get into our bathrooms. People almost walking into my room because they just feel like they can be Dora the Explorer. Like, where's the bathroom? Where's the map? Where's the X? Like, where's the mountain? Like, not in my room. So that's where they were trying to go. And I was like, had my door locked and everything because I was like, no. And so then I see a police come in 1 time. I see police come in 2 times. But y'all need to understand that if anything is taking place in your apartment and you get fined by the police, it goes to everybody in the apartment that lives there. Especially because a lot of the times it happens in the common areas, so you guys have to split that. And I really was nervous because they were underage, and I didn't want him to like check every room and be like, and see my mom there, and technically that would mean she condoned the underage drinking and, you know, smoking and all that stuff. So I was real nervous. And so all I hear is my roommate get pissed, because he did go down there. My roommate that was on my floor, he did go down there to have fun at the party, but I guess it just went out of hand when like his stuff became broken. Someone locked the guest bathroom. We had chairs broken to our dining room table. We had our stove broken. Throw up on the floor, shots on the floor, like jello shots smushed into the carpet. Crazy stuff. And then he's like screaming. That was my thumb. He's like screaming, everybody needs to get out, all this stuff. So everybody got out, luckily, before we got fined. But it was crazy. My stuff was bumping. So the next morning, I guess he got up like at 6 o'clock, Pitbull, to clean everything, because it was a mess. And even after he cleaned, it was a mess. He tried to cover up all the stains on the carpet with the furniture, and he put all of our broken chairs on the balcony. On the balcony, there was like, our balcony was made of only wood, and so there were like burnt holes like this big, I guess, from cigarettes and stuff, that like could have caught on fire and could have killed us, you know, no big deal. But like there were like his stuff were like, my roommate upstairs, he was pissed because all of his stuff was broken because he didn't have a chance to move it, and people were just going crazy. Our stove was broken. People were standing on the stove. I don't know why. Trash was everywhere. It was just a hot mess. And at that time, it's just disrespectful because no one offered, you know, just explain it and be honest. Like, so I could have got a hotel. I could have left or something. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so it's time for them to move out. It's time for me to move out. But I was moving out in between both of them. So Zodiac was still gonna live there and just have his friends move in, and then Pitbull moved out. My roommate upstairs moved out, and it was my turn to move out. Zodiac stayed, and Pitbull already left. So Zodiac, since he had friends that were gonna move into that apartment, if you know college move out and move-ins, you have this weird awkward time where you have no place to stay, and you go home or you just find a place to room. Well, Zodiac let 2 of his little friends move into our living room, furniture and all. Like, they moved all their stuff in. They both had a dog, a big dog, and they would bark every time you would go downstairs, sneeze, go to the bathroom. They would just be barking, and they were big dogs. And I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna handle this because it's my last week in this apartment. But then I was also nervous because they always check after you move out what your apartment looks like, and if they're messing up the common area, we'll get screwed over because technically it's our lease and it's our common area, and them living in it is like, oh well, you know, you let that happen. So their dog, I don't know if they were looking for gold, I don't know if they're trying to dig a china or what, but they chose my door one day. So I came home, I go to open my door, my whole carpet is lifted up from the floor, devoured, pulled back, chewed up, swallowed, eaten, left to pieces. What were they trying to get in my room? Was there a snack? Was there a treat that I did not know about? Like, I'm so confused. So I was furious. I was livid. I was like, I don't know what that sound was, but I was that. And I literally like ran after those dogs. They're big dogs, and I was just so mad because like I had to pay for that, and I didn't pay for that, best believe that, because I refused. I had them write their name down and send it to the office because I wasn't gonna pay for that carpet. You know how much carpet that costs? I mean, you know how much carpet that costs? Like 99-cent carpet. You know how much that carpet costs? It was like $450 to get it replaced, and I am not the one. You know what I can do with $450? Like, sure as heck move out of here, that's for sure. So that was basically my roommate experience. I know a lot of people have it worse than I do, and I'm grateful. I'm very grateful that I just had to deal with that, but still. So yeah, thank you for watching this video, and of course, like usual, thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Bye.
I'ma do it like I ain't been done. I'ma do it like I ain't been done.